Progress, high-speed pursuit.
Aê, polícia do caralho!
171 builds its Brazil-inspired open world around legal work and criminal activity. Across the city, you can steal vehicles, buy weapons, make drug deliveries, collect debts, and clash with local factions. Law enforcement reacts when you break the rules, so escaping safely often depends on choosing the right vehicle and knowing the surrounding streets. The money you earn can be spent on weapons, clothing, properties, and extensive car or motorcycle customization. What makes the game distinctive is its setting, replacing the familiar American metropolis with narrow streets, densely packed neighborhoods, and locations influenced by Brazilian cities. Honest jobs are available as well, but the criminal path lets you seize territory, control illegal operations, collect profits, and recruit other criminals. 171 remains in early access and is still described as an alpha version, so bugs, unstable mechanics, and unfinished content may appear. Even with those limitations, its unusual setting earns it a clear place among lesser-known open-world crime games.
Porra! Meu Deus! Tá dentro do céu!
American Fugitive leaves behind the familiar big cities of open-world crime games and takes us to rural America in the 1980s. We take control of Will Riley, a man accused of murdering his father, and after escaping from prison, we enter Red Rock County's criminal underworld while searching for the real killer. The top-down perspective recalls the early GTA games, but the three-dimensional environments and destructible structures give it a more modern identity. We can break through windows to enter homes, steal valuable items, rob stores, and take vehicles for our escape. The crimes we commit bring the police after us, while changing clothes, hiding, and choosing the right escape route become important for avoiding capture. Missions from the criminal underworld, shootouts, car chases, and the system for selling stolen goods keep the pace consistently active. Its rural map and detailed burglary mechanics give American Fugitive a distinct place among lesser-known open-world crime games.
Suspect is now on foot.
Crime Life Gang Wars was released in 2005 and stands as one of the open city games of its era that place street gang culture directly at the center. We control a young gang member named Trey and fight across different parts of Grand Central City to restore the outlaws to their former strength. Most of the gameplay focuses on close combat, but we can also use bats, pipes, and firearms alongside our fists. Clashes with rival gangs, street crime, and Trey's rise through the ranks form the core of the game. Its free-roaming areas are not as large as modern open worlds, but we can still explore different neighborhoods between missions and take on additional activities around the city. Members of D12 lending their voices and likenesses to key characters, along with the hip-hop-driven soundtrack, give the game a strong identity. Some mechanics may feel dated today, but for its time, Crime Life was a notable crime game that combined gang warfare with free-roaming city environments and still deserves more attention. In the Boss Gangster criminal empire, we begin with small-time street jobs and gradually try to expand both our nightlife business and criminal underworld under the same roof. As we move freely through the city, we run clubs, assign employees, deal with VIP customers, and expand our illegal sources of income. As our criminal network grows, we face rival families, deal with police pressure, and enter armed conflicts that take the action far beyond the management side. Driving vehicles and completing missions around the city directly connect business management with what happens on the streets. While keeping our establishments under control, we also manage warehouses, production chains, and distribution networks, constantly changing the pace of the game. By bringing nightclub management and mafia conflict together in the same open world, the Boss Gangster gives itself a distinct identity. Drug Dealer Simulator 2 approaches open-world crime games through production, distribution, and cartel management rather than focusing mainly on gunfights. Set in the early 2000s, the game takes us to the tropical island of Isla Sombra, where we begin with small sales and gradually build our own criminal network. Preparing products, finding customers, organizing deliveries, and assigning employees to different roles form the core of progression. With the money we earn, we can improve hideouts and laboratories, purchase new equipment, and expand the distribution chain across different parts of the island. Police officers, local militias, and rival groups make our growth more difficult, forcing us to run, offer bribes, or fight back depending on the situation. The first-person camera and parkour system make exploration more dynamic. Playable alone or in 3-player co-op, Drug Dealer Simulator 2 is a strong and distinctive choice for those who want to build a detailed criminal economy.
That's all I get.
Maniac approaches open-world crime games through short, chaotic, and highly replayable runs instead of a long story. In each attempt, we choose one of several characters with different abilities, steal vehicles across the city's 11 districts, collect weapons, and try to stay alive as the security forces chasing us become increasingly aggressive. We can take control of everything from ordinary cars and buses to police vehicles and tanks. As we progress, new weapons, equipment, and vehicle upgrades become available, allowing us to follow different strategies in later runs. Each of the 6 characters has unique abilities, so even runs that begin in the same city can unfold differently. Police intervention gradually develops into heavier vehicles and more intense attacks, turning the streets into complete chaos. Its fast pace, roguelite progression, and free-form destruction set Maniac apart from more traditional crime games. Driver Parallel Lines is one of the more memorable older open-world crime games to place driving at the center of its story. We follow a young getaway driver known as the Kid, who begins making a name for himself by working for different figures in New York's criminal underworld in 1978. After being betrayed and sent to prison following a robbery, he is released in 2006 and begins hunting down the people who abandoned him. The city appears across 2 different eras, with changing vehicles, music, and street designs. Missions involve high-speed chases, vehicle theft, armed confrontations, and free exploration across New York. Upgrading cars, collecting different models in the garage, and escaping police pursuits all play an important role in the gameplay. Although it has become somewhat forgotten today, Driver Parallel Lines still deserves recognition for its strong period atmosphere and revenge-driven story. Rustler Grand Theft Horse takes the formula of classic open-world crime games and moves it into the Middle Ages. We control an outlaw known as the Guy, steal horses, rob peasants, fight guards, and explore the map freely. The top-down camera brings the early GTA games to mind, while horses and carriages take the place of cars. Unusual weapons such as swords, spears, crossbows, and holy hand grenades make the combat more entertaining. Throughout the missions, we work with different characters, remove rivals from our path, and build our reputation to earn a place in the grand tournament. Pop culture references and anachronistic humor give the medieval world a distinctive identity. By combining crime, chases, and open exploration with an unusual historical setting, Rustler becomes an entertaining choice that fans of the genre should definitely check out. Total Overdose, A Gunslinger's Tale in Mexico, combines the criminal underworld with slow-motion gunfights and wild acrobatic moves. After the opening missions, we spend most of the story controlling Ramiro Cruz, taking over his injured brother's investigation for the United States Drug Enforcement Administration and searching for the truth behind their father's death. We can drive around Los Toros, explore freely between missions, and take part in different side activities. During combat, It is possible to leap through the air, bounce off walls, and slow down time while taking out enemies one after another. The combo system rewards more creative play with higher scores, while special attacks known as loco moves can turn the area into a battlefield within seconds. A wide selection of weapons, ranging from pistols to rocket launchers, and the Latin soundtrack support the game's fast pace. Released in 2005, Total Overdose brought open-world structure and arcade action together in a bold way for its time, and it still feels different from similar games today.
Spicy move!
Shakedown Hawaii does not limit open-world crime games to shootouts and vehicle theft. It also places money, property, and business management at the center. We control an aging company owner, buy businesses across the island, and pressure our rivals out of the market through different methods. Collecting protection money from stores, sabotaging competing companies, using misleading advertisements, and increasing revenue through hidden fees form the foundation of our growth. During missions, we drive vehicles, enter armed confrontations, and move freely through different parts of the city. Its pixel graphics recall the early GTA games, but the business system keeps it from relying on nostalgia alone. The properties we acquire generate regular income, and over time, we can build a criminal empire that controls much of the island's economy. By combining crime with the business world, Shakedown Hawaii becomes a colorful and strategic choice for fans of the genre.